everyone, it's the Axle Shifter here, and I am back with the next Multiverse Wars episode number 78. And today, we're going to be looking over two beastly animals, which are pretty much the deadliest creatures, or at least animals I know from the said franchises. Rexy from the Jurassic Park / World franchise versus Bruce, aka Jaws, from the, Jaws franchise. We're going to be seeing which animal will come out on top. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into this one. I know it's been a while since I've done this series. It's like I don't know, 4 weeks for now. So, yeah, sorry about that. College and stuff had my life in the way and everything. So, yeah, let's go now. Rexy, also known as Roberta, is a female Tyrannosaurus Rex and is one of the two main protagonists of the Jurassic Park / World franchise, alongside Alan Grant. She serves as a former antagonist turned anti-hero in the climax of the original Jurassic Park movie and a supporting protagonist in Jurassic World, plus a minor protagonist in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, a minor antagonist in the second and third seasons of the Netflix series Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous or something as it's called, and is also one of the secondary antagonists alongside Toro in the interactive episode Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Hidden Adventure, and is pretty much the main protagonist dinosaur of Jurassic World Dominion. So yeah, now let's talk about her powers, abilities, and feats. In terms of strength, AP, and durability, Rexy could injure the Indominus Rex, although weaker, and took the upper hand with Blue's help. Although this is still pretty impressive, as the Indominus Rex once tanked a rocket and survived bites from the Mosasaurus while already weakened. Plus, Rexy once pinned the Cantosaurus down with no difficulty, who withstood an explosion. Plus, she can also easily kill bulletproof dinosaurs and is comparable to the Spinosaurus, who busted a metal fence. All of this proves that Rexy's AP and durability should scale at least large building level, at least because she can scale to characters who scale to that range, so it only makes sense. And as for speed, well, T-Rexes have a top speed of over 72 kilometers or 45 miles per hour, so she is decently fast, or at least around subsonic anyway, kinda close to that anyway. Plus, she can also react to other dinosaurs with similar speeds, or at least in terms of combat and reaction time, since she is often seen battling other dinosaurs in terms of combat and keeping up with them. As for intelligence, well, she is an animal, so highly animalistic, but she can still fight Indominus Rex and other dinosaurs, proving that she is a skilled fighter when it comes to battling other creatures of her similar size. But as for her weaknesses, she has no notable weaknesses other than the fact that she can be defeated by stronger characters, but overall, T-Rexes may be cool, but we wouldn't want them in our real world today because they'd be super fucking dangerous. Bruce the Great White Shark, mostly referred to as just a shark, serves as the main antagonist of the 1975 film Jaws. He once stalked a claim in the waters of Amity Island, feeding on any other unfortunate people that swam near him or near his territory, until he was eventually hunted down and dealt with by Chief Martin Brody. So yeah, now starts his powers, abilities, and feats. Bruce destroyed the front side of a pier with one tug and bit through Ben Gartner's boat, and he also slowly rammed into Hopper's shark cage with enough force to bend the bars. This would automatically grant Bruce wall level scaling in terms of AP. However, his best strength feats come from the games, believe it or not, or more specifically, Jaws Unleashed and Jaws Ultimate Predator, because in these games, he fights a wide variety of enemies like giant robots, squids, orcas, prehistoric dinosaurs, and can even destroy submarines. So this proves that Bruce is way stronger than I initially thought, because I thought it was just a normal fucking shark. And all these feats would just grant Bruce the shark large building levels in terms of AP and durability. And as for his speed, he can chase after and keep up with and outpace the orca. Orcas have a top speed of over 35 miles per hour. And as for the great shark, Bruce has a top speed of also 35 miles per hour, granting him superhuman levels of speed. Next is intelligence. Now, the shark generally behaves in a rather aggressive manner, occasionally showing signs of above average intelligence, or at least above that of a normal great white shark, as he seemingly ignored the various fishermen trying to lure it with bait, and also catch the tiger shark in its place. And even Quint, an experienced shark hunter, thought it might be very smart, as he once swam under the boat to avoid being reeled in. Plus, he used the barrel to bait and lure in Hopper and Quint closer to water, and jumped off to the top of Quint's boat in order to capsize it. And like many sharks in real life, he can generally swim around in circles to potential prey, eventually picking them one by swimming in under their loathsome or even Meg, among others. And once the shark gets attacked and shot by Quint, it starts going on offenses and mainly uses hit and run ambush tactics and consistently just assaults Quint's boat. So it can be pretty smart tactical when it comes to fighting other creatures and people. But as for weaknesses, well, Bruce should have the same weaknesses as most sea creatures, or at least sharks anyway, when it pretty much can't breathe outside of water, obviously. Also, if it's flipped upside down or belly up, he'll become paralyzed, and yeah, he will eventually die because he gets flipped over on land. Well, yeah, he's cooked pretty much. But overall, yeah, Bruce is a lot more powerful than I initially thought. Holy shit. But now that we've discussed both characters, it's time we talk about who would win this fight. And while this would be a wild battle, I would have to say that it's more complicated than you might think, and I'll tell you why. Firstly, yeah, both are around the same levels in terms of strength and durability at their peak, and have superhuman levels of speed in their feats anyway. Plus, they are both skilled hunters and can fight other dangerous animals or creatures. However, Bruce does hold the intelligence advantage, as he does display problem-solving tactics like bait avoidance or strategic ramming or ambush behavior like the hit and run technique he did, while Rexy is mostly animalistic, although still a good fighter. But here's the thing, Bruce is a sea animal, so if the fight takes place on land, then, well, it's an automatic loss for him because, well, Bruce can't breathe outside of water, so he's done, he's cooked. And he can't even breathe or move or even fight effectively on land at all, so Rexy would just automatically win, therefore. But if the fight is underwater, or at least somewhere the ocean is near, well, it would be closer then, because Bruce would technically kind of win, because he has shown to be smarter than Rexy, and Rexy, if she tried to get into the water, I mean, Bruce would most likely just try to, grab her and drag her into the water and drowning her ultimately. And she's not really a strong swimmer, or at least she hasn't shown to be, so she does lose all of her mobility once underwater. Bruce, meanwhile, in his natural environment is much faster and more maneuverable, obviously, so in the end, the winner honestly depends on the situation these two are in, which is why, for the first time in Multiverse Wars history, this is a tie.